Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how to catch golden shiners on rod and reel. But first we need just a couple pieces of bait, and what better place to get it than from the chicken coop. Okay, now that we got the worms, here we are down at this little pond. The reason that I choose this body of water is because the fact that, number one, it's a small body of water, so it's easy to figure out. If this was a huge pond or a lake, you'd have to spend a little bit more time trying to locate the fish in here. The other reason that I picked this, which is a key to the success of finding shiners in large numbers, is because there's no predatory fish in here. The only fish are little dinky hornpout, little dinky sunfish, and a bunch of golden shiners. So it really makes it a lot easier having only fish that are going to kind of coexist with each other and not having big bass or trout or something else in there. The gear that I'm using to do this is just a simple freshwater rod with I think it's 8-pound test on a ultralight rod, up to a dinky little bobber here, super small, about 3 feet down to this tiny little hook here. And you can see it on my finger there. I'm not sure the exact size, but it is pretty small. So that's all that you really need. It's really simple. Oh, I also bring pliers just in case one of the hooks gets stuck in the fish's throat. Definitely don't want to lose a fish just because you didn't have pliers on you. Okay, let's get down to the water. So when I'm out fishing for the shiners, what I store them in is a 5-gallon bucket here. And then one key to this is the aerator. The reason that you need aeration, especially in the warm months, is because the warmer that the water is, the less dissolved oxygen there is, which means that you have to have aeration to keep that oxygen in the water for the fish. Otherwise, you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to have a bunch of dead fish out in the garage. Okay, so to bait this little dinky hook here, all I do is I just take one of the worms, and ideally a smaller worm. Those night crawlers are kind of big for this. And I just pinch off just a very small section of it. Then all I do is I just thread it on the hook like that. Try and get it on there pretty good. It'll definitely make it for a better hookup ratio. So these shiners, oh, I already got a little sunfish. Jeez, crow. Well, there's those little sunfish that I was talking about to you. Those are the little guppies that are in here, the little sunfish, or whatever, I call them guppies. But see, that little fish made it on that hook just fine. So some people say you gotta use a super small hook. You really don't. Anyways though, all I'm doing is just casting out kind of almost as far as I can. It's kind of tough with all the cover around here. But what attracts these shiners is anything on the surface that disrupts the surface of the water, these shiners are into. So pulling the bobber along like that or anything like that is going to get these shiners going if they're going to be active anyways. There we go. Getting a little bite. Oh, there we go. Got something. Feels like a shiner. The shiners, they usually come straight in. Oh yeah, nice one. There we go, guys. Whew. Look at that beautiful shiner. Probably about 5 inches or so, big belly on it. See where that hook is too? Comes out nice and easy. Just like that, the hook's out. Shiner's ready to go into the bucket. Nice one. One down. Well, there's one, guys. Pretty quick, pretty easy. They don't always bite super good. The hotter the weather, it seems the less active they are as far as responding to to lures and bait and everything. They're definitely out there, obviously, but some days they don't want to bite. Today it's about 70 degrees or so, midsummer, early August, and yeah, seems as though they're biting. That only took about 2 minutes. So a really good day is when you can come down and get them pretty much every single cast. That's when it's really good. Another thing that you can do is also throw some like dog food that floats out on the surface, and that'll tell you right where the school is. They'll come right up beneath it and start popping up on the surface. And that's a really effective way of trying to find the school. And also, we're 2 fish in and we're still using that same little piece of worm that I started with. That's why you really don't need many worms to do this. Small pieces, and usually they stay on the hook anyways. The shiners, they don't have any teeth or anything like that really, so they're not stripping the hooks like these little dinky sunfish will. There's a bite. Oh yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the school's definitely on it right now. There we go. So the school is over to the left, not out in the middle. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Ooh, that's a big one. Been a couple minutes since I got one, about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so. Jeez, I'm crow. They're super spunky when it's warm out. That's a nice one though. Into the bucket. Oh, lost the bait though. I don't know if you guys could see that. As soon as I cast it over there, I was just continuing to cast out in the middle where it was like deep and stuff. But as soon as I cast it over there, it started getting hit on the surface, the bobber. So what that means is that I literally casted right on the school, because the way that they responded to that was pretty instantaneous. So I'm gonna go with the school is still over here on the left for now. Right there. Let's see if it happens again. Yeah, see, the bobber already got hit and all the, there we go. Oh, all the swirling around there, that tells me that the school is literally right below where I casted. And again here. Ah, dang. Missed him. It's a good sign though. Found him. Yeah, now we're finding them. And it's gonna be a shiner because it swims straight in with us. Perfect. Ooh, another good one. Oh, I'm getting stuck in the mud. Another big one, guys. Number 4. Don't need too many. I just want to be able to go bass fishing. But it is really expensive to pay for those right now. That's literally about $12 a dozen, if you can even find someone who has them that big. Where I am, they're kind of hard to come by. A lot of people don't carry them in the off months. They usually only carry them through the winter. But really, casting around, if I would have just kept casting straight out there like I was, casting around, that's a great way to locate the shiners, because they are a schooling fish, like I said, and they'll just be all together in one little spot. So it seems as though every time I cast over here, I'm right on top of them right now. So when you're out fishing for them, don't be afraid to keep trying and keep trying to locate them until you do find them in a body of water, especially if you know they're there. Don't give up, because they're probably all just packed together in one little spot. Oh, another nice one, probably 4 inches or so. There he is, perfect size. Back at the house here, just gonna do a quick water change. And I'll do that by slowly swapping out the water with some new water there. Oh yeah, cleaning out a little bit now. As soon as this water's done exchanging and I see if they look good, I'm going to get them back on the aeration. Just because even this water isn't exactly cold for them. So that water is looking pretty good there. I'm going to drain it out just a little bit. And yeah, we'll get them on some aeration. I'll just steal an aerator from those guys. Perfect. Also, I think these guys, not only are they in need of a water change, but I think that we're going to take those guys out fishing soon too. I hope that this video helped you guys out. If it did, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I think what we're going to do with those is take them out bass fishing tomorrow. That's my plan, at least. I wanted to get a couple, go out and do a little bit of bass fishing, see what we can catch. So if you want to see that video, hit the subscribe button, or I'll leave it down in the description once that video is made. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope this helped you out. See ya.